So, following my predictions for WrestleMania 42 Night 1, it was looking pretty dark. Fortunately, Night 2 looks a lot better, but again, not that much better. It's still definitely one of the worst Manias we've had in a very long time. But I'm going to go through the Night 2 card to give my predictions. And the first match we're going to be talking about is Femi v Brock Lesnar. Now, again, this is probably the most hyped up match in all of WrestleMania right now this year, where there's the most interest around it because Femi's a young guy with a lot of momentum, and Brock's, an established superstar. What can I say about Brock Lesnar? It's not already been said a million times before. Huge draw, commercial attraction, physically, generational. There's never going to be no one like Brock Lesnar again. And of course, leading up to this match, Femi's actually got the better of Brock Lesnar a number of times, which is why it makes me think that Brock's going to win at Mania. Because that's the sort of shit Triple H does. The sort of stupid shit that Triple H does would be to have Femi in the lead up to this, get the upper hand on Brock Lesnar, drop him a couple of times, and then at Mania, Brock just squashes Femi to put over again how much of a beast Brock Lesnar is. That's the sort of stupid shit Triple H would do. But there's a part of me that's thinking it would just be stupid to do that. You may as well have Femi win. Brock's not going to be there long term. He's definitely got more matches behind him that he's got than he's got ahead of him. Brock, like I said, Brock's not going to be here long term. You may as well use this opportunity to build up Femi. But really, the winners and losers of these matches don't really matter. What matters is the WrestleMania moments and then how they're booked following this, right? If Femi loses to Brock and then goes back, and not really goes back, but starts getting treated like a jobber or whatever. No, if squashes Brock Lesnar, then goes on to, challenge for the IC or US belt, or even challenge for the World Championship, fuck it, you've got no one young in the world title scene. Have beat Brock, and then have him go for the World Championship. You may as well. Do you know what I mean? You may as well try something new at this point, because, in my opinion, interest in the product is at all-time low. The shows are damn near unwatchable, the week-to-week TV. I'm not watching them, full. I'm watching the occasional clips, the occasional promo, and that's really it. Because the show's really bad, in my opinion. There's really nobody that I'd want to watch. Nothing, no characters that are particularly interesting to me. But hey, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. But I'm going to pick to beat Brock because that is what makes sense. Then we've got the Intercontinental Championship match, the ladder match, which will be really good. You've got Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, Mysterio. Penta, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, they're going to do some crazy stuff in this match. Even JD McDonough, probably going to do some crazy stuff in this match. I don't think Rusev and Rey Mysterio are going to go as crazy. But I think, honestly, the winner of this match will either be Penta retaining or Javon Evans winning the IC belt, which would be great. It'd be an amazing WrestleMania moment to have Javon Evans win the IC belt because he's going to do some crazy stuff. He's a guy who always puts his body on the line. And I'm a huge fan of Javon Evans. He's that boy bouncy. Pause. Huge pause. But yeah, my pick is Javon Evans to win the IC belt in this match. Then we've got the WWE Women's Championship match, which is Jade Cargill defending her belt against Rhea Ripley. Honestly, it's a match where I see these two chicks. I don't want to see them wrestle. You know what I'm saying? I want to see something else. You feel me? I want to see something else from these women, and it's not wrestling. They could do it in a wrestling ring, but I don't want to see these chicks wrestle. I want to see them do something else. Couldn't really care who wins this match. No one's really interested in the women's wrestling. The promos are poor. The storylines are poor. The matches are poor. Rhea Ripley's pretty good in ring. Jade Cargill's she's pretty mid in ring. She's nothing special. Maybe Rhea will win this, or maybe they want to continue to build Jade Cargill. Again, I don't really care who wins this. I want to pick Jade Cargill to retain, but who really gives a fuck? US Championship match, Sami Zayn v Trick Williams. Similar, where no one really cares. Trick Williams, a young guy with some momentum, so I definitely want him to win. It's crazy that I'm actually picking I'm picking all the newer guys to win this, Picking to win it, Femi to win his match, Javon Evans to win his match. I'm picking Trick Williams to win his match for the US belt against Sami Zayn. I think Trick could win that. Then maybe you do Carmelo Hayes v Trick for the US belt. That could be fun. Sami Zayn is Sami Zayn. He's got the belt again for some reason. He's a guy, in my opinion, he's lost all of his momentum. Since he left the bloodline, it's just been a downhill slope for him, in my opinion. He's managed to win some matches, managed to do this and that, but he's really not that guy in my opinion. Really do think that Trick should take the belt off Sami Zayn here. Then we've got Finn Balor v Dominic Mysterio. Now, again, this feels weird. It feels like this isn't the payoff we needed. The storyline's been sort of lackluster where we were, in my opinion, at one point, the Judgment Day was such a, overstable. The only way I could see it ending would be with a huge sort of civil war, but that's not been the case at all. They've really just fizzled out. Dominic's, pretty boring now. The character's kind of getting stale. The stuff with Liv and the other Johns, there's plenty of eye candy in the Judgment Day, but they're really not treated as a credible, group anymore, in my opinion. Finn Balor's going to bring back the Demon Pain. Not that that ever really matters because WWE don't, take it serious. They don't, nothing, right? It really doesn't matter. I'm going to pick Finn Balor to win this because Finn's a guy who's not won any big matches in so long, and he really deserves to. He's not getting any younger. You don't know how many WrestleManias he's got ahead of him, even though he's in great shape, but Father Time is undefeated. I'm gonna pick Finn Balor to win this, but again, storyline's got really no heat, and we'll see what comes of it. But I'm gonna pick Finn Balor to win this. Then we've got the World Heavyweight Championship match, CM Punk v Roman Reigns. Now, a lot of people don't like Roman Reigns. A lot of people don't really rate him. I do rate Roman Reigns. I think he's still got good promos. It feels like CM Punk's been on a really good run here with the World Championship, even though he's old, slow. The matches aren't going to be great. The promos are still pretty good. So I guess that warrants you holding the championship. At least CM Punk's there a lot more often than Roman Reigns, I guess. But who really cares? If we're being honest, who really gives a toss? I'm going to pick CM Punk to retain, but it would be nice to have, the world title change hands on WrestleMania night 2. But I'm probably going to pick with CM Punk to retain because I just think that's probably what's going to happen. No rhyme or reason, really, just that he's been a decent title reign to some people. So, whatever, right? I'm going to pick CM Punk to retain. So, my predictions for night 2 is Femi to beat Brock Lesnar, Javon Evans to become the new Intercontinental Champion, Jade Cargill to retain the Women's Championship, Trick Williams to win the United States Championship, Finn Balor to beat Dominic Mysterio, and CM Punk to beat Roman Reigns and retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of WrestleMania Night 2. How do you think it's going to go? And don't know what I'm talking about now. Another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.